Avi Arad, or Avi Arad, or whatever you like to call him, he's one of the most popular people in the Marvel community, aka his movies kinda suck that he's involved with. Why do they suck, and what's the deal with him? Well, let's just talk about it. Avi Arad worked in the toy area, working in the Toy Biz company alongside the co-owner Isaac Perlmutter. In 1996, him and Perlmutter and Carl Icahn would take control of Marvel Comics and everything in between in 1996, right when they were about to go bankrupt. Avi Arad later helped the company move into the film business by licensing out all their popular IP to major studios to make movies out of them. Arad would be an executive producer or producer of major Marvel movies that released around the time, like the Blade trilogy, the X-Men trilogy, the Spider-Man trilogy, Daredevil, Hulk, the Punisher, Elektra, Fantastic Four, and Ghost Rider. But then came Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk in 2008, aka when Marvel was finally producing their own movies, and while Arad became a producer for both of those two movies, he left and didn't produce any more MCU movies. He was pretty much like, okay, you guys can do the rest. Yeah. Then after leaving the MCU, he decided that he would be only working on Spider-Man movies, since it was owned by Sony and not owned by Disney. So he did the Amazing Spider-Man duology. That failed. And then he decided to join the Spider-Man villain universe, whatever it's called, with Venom, Morbius, Kraven the Hunter, but shockingly not Madam Web. Who knew? However, he was still part of the MCU. Since he wanted to work on Spider-Man movies, he was going to work on Spider-Man movies, especially the MCU Spider-Man movies. And also, he was the producer in the Into the Spider-Verse movies and the Across the Spider-Verse movie. Yeah, but then he decided to work on other non-Marvel related movies like Ghost in the Shell, Uncharted, Borderlands, and the upcoming Legend of Zelda. Now, let's play How Much Movies Has He Ruined? Yeah, we're playing that game. Let's see how many movies Mr. Arad has ruined just by being a producer. Because as we all know, the producer can have a very large role. They can choose if they want to continue in the movie or not, or whatever things, because I don't want to do my research. Apparently, Arad really messed up a lot of the early Marvel movies. With the exception of maybe the X-Men and the Spider-Man trilogy, it wasn't good. And then, when it came to the MCU, he wasn't even given anything to, destroy it. And then he completely destroyed the Amazing Spider-Man thing and the Sony Spider-Man stuff. And not the Spider-Verse movies, because they are its own thing. And they also ruined the Ghost in the Shell that I mentioned, the Uncharted I mentioned, and especially the Borderlands movie. This man cannot be stopped. He can turn a movie from really good to really, really bad, since he's gonna be a producer. And that's why I probably won't work with him that much. Who knows? I could get dragged along if the studio wants money. But yeah, that's the thing, I guess.